I don't know if you're like me, just opened the fridge to grab some green onions for a breakfast omelet and saw the bunch already wilted and lose its freshness. It might seem like just a few spoiled green onions might not seem like a big deal, but in reality, it's wasted money, wasted time, and sometimes it can completely drain your inspiration to cook. I got so frustrated at one point, I considered giving up on buying green onions for good until a chef with 18 years of experience at a five-star restaurant shared a simple but incredibly effective way to keep green onions fresh. And today, I'd like to pass a few of those tips along to you. Easy tricks to keep your green onions crisp, fragrant, and vibrant for up to a year. No fancy fridge, no chemicals, just a few everyday items you already have in your kitchen. Since learning this method, I haven't had to throw out a single bunch of green onions. Let's get started. Before you start, fill a large bowl with water, add 1 TBSP of baking soda, use your hand to stir until the baking soda is completely dissolved. Then place all your green onions in and let them soak for about 7 to 10 minutes. These days, a lot of green onions sold at markets are sprayed with chemicals to keep them looking green. Eating too much of that can cause nausea or even diarrhea. Soaking them in baking soda helps clean them and remove most of the leftover chemicals. After soaking, rinse each stalk gently. Do you know what's usually sprayed on green onions? It's a fungicide solution called Bordeaux mixture. If they've been sprayed heavily, you can often spot dark green spots on the leaves with the naked eye. Next, lift the green onions into a strainer, change the water, and rinse them again, 1 or 2 more times to be sure they're safe. Once they're clean, let them dry completely. You can use a paper towel to gently blot away excess moisture. It's important that they're fully dry before storing because any leftover moisture will make them spoil faster. By the way, where are you watching this video from? I love hearing from people all around the world. Now, divide the green onions into small portions, just enough for 1 or 2 days at a time. Wrap each portion with plastic wrap, sealing it well but not too tight so you don't crush the leaves. Also, make sure the wrap is snug enough so no air gets in. One small tip, don't fold the green onions when wrapping as that will shorten their storage time. Finally, place the wrapped portions in your fridge's crisper drawer. With this method, green onions can stay fresh for up to a month, keeping their flavor and crispness. When you need some, just take a portion out. They'll still be as green as the day you bought them. Second method. First, make sure your green onions are washed and completely dry. Then, grab a clean paper towel or a dry napkin and use it to wrap the green onions. Wrapping is simple. Gently roll the green onions in the paper so it fits snugly around them. But don't wrap too tight. You don't want to crush the stems. If I'm planning to use my green onions within the next few days, I just keep them in the fridge. But if I want them to last longer, I'll place them in a plastic bag, seal it tight, and store it in the fridge for better protection. Place the rolls into a zip-top bag or an airtight food container to keep out dust and bacteria. Next, store the bag or container in the fridge's crisper drawer. Pick a spot that's dry and not too humid so they won't get moldy or soggy. The paper or towel will absorb any extra moisture, keeping your green onions dry, crisp, and free from bruising, discoloration, or rot. Third method, cut the base of your green onions, leaving about 1 to 2 inches above the roots. Next, get something you can grow them in: a glass jar, a cup, or even a reused plastic bottle, as long as it can hold water. Once you've got your hydro jar ready, gently slide the roots into the opening, making sure they fit through without breaking. Pour water into the bottom so it covers the roots but not the stems. That way the plant won't rot. Finally, place them somewhere with natural light, like a windowsill or a balcony. In about 20 days, your green onions will grow tall and green, ready for you to snip and use anytime you want. This method lets you regrow from the same roots over and over. Super convenient and sustainable. After just 1 day, the green onions I placed in water already sprouted fresh green stems. This method really works. For the next method, grab a glass jar, add 1 teaspoon of sugar, pour in enough water to cover the roots, stir until the sugar dissolves, and place the bunch of green onions inside. This way, they'll drink the sugar water and stay fresh and green for a long time, even without a fridge. Just keep the jar near a window where it gets some sunlight, and you'll see the onions grow taller and greener every day. The next method is super handy. Take an ice cube tray, chop the green onions into small pieces, and place them into each cube slot until full. Then pour in some water to cover them and freeze the tray. Whenever you cook, just pop out 1 cube and drop it straight into your dish. No thawing needed. This way, your onions can stay fresh for months and keep their natural flavor. Look at these green onion cubes. They're completely frozen and ready to use anytime you need them. You can just drop 1 or 2 directly into your dish while cooking. No need to thaw, because thawing will make them soft and discolored. The next method, after washing and drying your green onions completely, place them on a cutting board and slice them to the size you usually use for your dishes. You can cut them into short pieces for sprinkling on top or chop them smaller, whatever you prefer. Cutting them ahead of time makes it easy to grab just what you need without prepping all over again. Next, get a clean jar, a food storage container, or a zip-top bag, and gently place all the chopped green onions inside, being careful not to crush them. That fresh onion smell right after cutting is amazing. Having them prepped like this saves you so much time when cooking, especially in the morning or on busy days. Then store the jar in your freezer to keep them fresh longer. A lot of people worry that freezing will make green onions lose their flavor, but it's not true. This method keeps almost all the original taste and freshness. Properly frozen green onions won't lose moisture and will still keep their bright color and signature aroma. One important note, only take out what you need and toss it straight into the pot while cooking. Don't thaw it first because thawing will make it soft and reduce the flavor. My family loves this method, especially on mornings when I need to cook early. I just open the freezer, grab some pre-cut green onions, and start cooking. It's quick, easy, and the food still tastes just as good. Did you know that almost every small green herb can be stored this way? Look at my cilantro. It's been in the fridge for about a week, and it's still green, fresh, and smells amazing. First, cut your green onions to fit the size of your container. Then wrap them gently with a paper towel. Place the bunch inside the container, close it tightly, and store it in the fridge. This way, your green onions stay ready to use anytime, keeping their crisp, fresh flavor. It's quick, simple, and such an easy way to store.